Welcome to Radical Visions for Social Care and to this special international edition of our podcast as we make our way back from the global AIREA event held in Madrid over the last few days, where we've met some great people and we've had lots of opportunity to think and reflect about real inclusion and genuine equal citizenship. Check out future episodes of the podcast to learn more of what we're planning to do with what we've learned at this event. In the meantime, we've been really pleased to meet some great folks along the way in the last few days, and we thought you might like to meet some of them too. So here's a dozen or so folk who we've spoken to, and just check out the notes below on the show, information notes, and you'll find out more about them and also get some links to them. Bye for now.
Hello!
My name is Fionn.
And my name is Jonathan. And when you put our two names together, you get
Jonathan.
Jonathan is a father and son team.
A son and father team.
A son and father team planning to change the world. We go on adventures together.
Yes.
We share those adventures. And really, we're figuring out how to live a good life together.
Yes, we are.
And we want to help anyone who wants a bit of help to figure out their own good life.
Yes.
And the reason we do it is because we believe everybody should have a great life.
That's right.
And Fionn, where can people find us?
We are the only Jonathan on the World Wide Web.
So that makes it easy.
Hi, hello, my name is Sandra. I come from Stuttgart in Germany, which for most part is known by its big car manufacturers, but I don't work there. I'm a facilitator for person-centered planning, and I teach at university, at the Protestant University of Applied Sciences in Ludwigsburg, near Germany, where we try to promote inclusive education in all walks of life outside of school. And my big personal interest is on creating communities that work for everybody and creating connections, bringing people together. In Germany, we have a big network actually in all German-speaking countries around Germany. We have a person-centered network. And if you want to find out more about that, you can go to the website, which is www.persönlichezukunftsplanung.eu, which is a difficult word in English, or you can find me on LinkedIn, and then I will guide you to a person-centered planning website.
Okay, Jack Pearpoint, Toronto. I am part of Inclusion Press, which we created decades ago. Why? Because there were stories that needed to be told, and the system wasn't interested. They weren't interested in doing the kind of training we wanted to invent, so we created the Toronto Summer Institute, and we created Inclusion Press because publishers said that's irrelevant, and we said we'll do it anyway.
Lynda Kahn, Toronto. With my boyfriend Jack, we co-lead Inclusion Press and Stay in Good Mischief. And in addition to what you've named, we continue to offer ideas that matter, periodic conversations virtually on Zoom, and offer Path and Maps training courses, of which you, Emma, have been a part.
And I am an alumni.
You are an alumni. You can find us at inclusion.com.
Yep.
And there are 50 plus books and resources, including many free downloads. And
Lots of free downloads, lots of great articles and a lot of history there. If you want to know a little bit about how all this began, there's a lot of stuff there. So it's an archive, among other things, but we continue to struggle to find great stories with new people, and there's new books coming out. Micah Fialka-Feldman, a young man who's a teaching assistant at Syracuse, who was labeled out of his socks, and has demonstrated that they were wrong. And he has dictated his own autobiography. It's called What Matters? No, Opening Doors.
Yeah, there we
Opening
go.
Doors. And then there's another new book,
Tim Vogt.
by Tim Vogt, on how to transform an organization from legacy to everybody in and of the community.
Innovation and probing. And it's been really great to be here at AIREA in Spain, and with you and 99 other people creating mischief and thinking about all the mistakes we've made and ways to think concretely about better ways forward to connect in community and create belonging.
I think this really is a window into the future, because at AIREA there were no siloed anything. There were no silos. There were no labels of any kind. There were just people supporting each other, and that was quite remarkable.
Yeah.
Thanks
The
for
way
the
to build the
invitation.
future.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invitation to say hey.
All right. Patty Scott. I'm from New Jersey in the United States. What I do essentially is I started and lead an organization that supports people to live life in the community. And we do a lot of focus on relationships and creating good communities where people live, and everyone we work for has their own life, living it the way they want to, in control of it, in charge of it, in their own home, with their own job, doing their own thing, and making stuff happen in their community. And then we do education as well around other parts of the United States, Canada, Europe, and in other parts of the world about some of the community work and the support work that we're doing. And if you want to learn more about us, we have a couple of websites. There's neighbors-inc.com, and neighbors is spelled the UK way, NEIGHBOURS-INC.com. And then we have Neighbors International website, and Neighbors YouTube page, which is a Neighbors International YouTube page, and we have a bunch of different videos of stories and leading thinkers up there for anyone who's interested. And we have a podcast that is done by Dave Hasbury. It's called Recreating Us, and it will be available come September, the full season release, at Spotify, Apple, and on our YouTube page as well.
My name is Belén Martinez. Was born in Bilbao. That is a little part in the north of the country in Spain. For me, it's really important the people to know that I was born in Bilbao, but I live in Madrid, in Spain. And I work in a little organization that is Aula Escalena, that you can find in a website that is www.aulaescalena.com, so it's easy to find. And I work in this organization that it was founded 6 years ago by me and other partners, because we are interested. I have been working during a lot of time, more than 20 years, supporting people with intellectual disabilities in an organization in Madrid. And it was time to trying to invest time and study and put interest and energy in community. So I quit the organization and we founded another project related with the community development, with the things that from the community can be made in order to develop them as inclusive communities, communities where everybody can be in. So we now are like in many projects related with that, and also we did training processes and we support reflection processes and action processes in some organizations, sometimes schools, sometimes housing services, sometimes services and teams. We work a lot with teams of people that need to have the same purpose and organize with their talents, gifts and skills in order to achieve all the things, innovation finally, in community. So this is it's something that it's something new all the time. Sometimes it's exhausting, but most of the time it's really give me a lot of energy. So it's great, and there's this nothing more.
Brilliant. And can you just tell us the website one more time?
Yeah, it's www. It's Aula Escalena. It's EULESCILENA.com, I think.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll find it and make sure it's on the screen. So
Thank you, because I'm not really sure of the spelling.
I'm Beth Gallagher from LifeWorks in San Diego, California. We provide supported living services for individuals with IDD, and we provide customized supports to them, so it's all individualized. And I do it because it needs to be done, and it's really it's amazing work, and we connect with all of the people within our agency, not just the people that we support, but the people that are working alongside of us. So we believe in connecting with every single person. Everybody needs support, not just people that have been labeled. So again, the agency's name is LifeWorks, and you can find us at www.lifeworks-sls.com.
Hi, I'm Celine Müller from Germany. I live next to Hamburg, and I'm working in Hamburg for a large service provider for assistance for people with disabilities, learning disabilities, but also severe disabilities. And it's an apparent organization, so that's our roots. And I'm in charge of establishing person-centered planning and person-centered thinking and working in our organization. And so I have to do a lot to do with employees and how to put it in the practical work. Yes.
What motivated you to do this job?
To change things, because I see that the way we offer services is not it's not getting to the point that people live their independent lives. So we have to change the way we support people, and how to. I think the vehicle is person-centered acting, working, thinking, and the attitude behind it.
Yeah, brilliant. And how can people find out more about your organisation? Does it have a web page? Or?
Yeah, we have a web page, Leben mit Behinderung Hamburg. And about the German-speaking network from person-centered planning, you can find the things we do. We promote some kind of dream cards.
Right.
From Wunschwege, that's the name of our project, and there you can see what we do.
Fab. Thank you very much. That's great.
I'm I come from Austria, and I'm here as a private, as Gerti, and not in. Yes, my life includes that I work for an organization that supports people with disabilities. So it's an organization that's called Balance, and it's in Vienna.
Great. Yep.
What more do you want to know?
And why do you work in that field? What is it that motivates you about that work?
That's a difficult question, because I'm working in the field for a long time. And when I was 20, I always thought, I don't want to work in that field. But somehow, coincidences, I jumped in. Now I work there in this still working there in this organization, because I feel that change is possible. Although it's very exhausting, but there are chances to make change. That's why I still work there. Yeah.
And how can people find out more about the organisation? Does it have a website?
Yes. www. Lens.
Dot.
AT for Austria.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hello everybody, my name is Markus Vähälä and I come from Finland. I work as a CEO of Citizen Network Cooperative, which is registered in Finland, but it's a cooperative of organizations coming from New Zealand, Australia, India, Finland, Spain, Ireland, UK and United States. And we are happy to invite you to join Citizen Network as a member. Citizen Network is all about your platform to make change happen in inclusion, democracy, protecting the environment, building resilient communities of care everywhere. We are all citizens, and the future solution should be citizen-sized in the authentic communities that you care. But we need skills, and we need platforms, and we need meeting places and spaces for us to work together, because we can do it together. Join Citizen Network, go to our website and join for free, and join over 280 organizations and over 7,000 people in more than 51 countries all over the world. Let's do it together and create a world where everyone matters.
Hi, so I'm Claire Tarling. I'm from Dorset, it's in the south of England. I'm having an amazing time in Madrid and meeting the most incredible people. I'm here because I worked with Simon Duffy and Esther on the new book, Everyday Citizenship, as the editor. I'm a freelance designer of accessible information, so easy read information. I do audio versions. I work with universities and museums and local authorities to make their information as accessible as possible. And at the moment I'm doing a project with Sheffield University about individual service funds, and we're involving people with learning disabilities in that research. And my job is the bridge, the communication bridge between the academics and the people with learning disabilities. So if you want to find out more, I have a website and it's www.clairetarling.co.uk, and there's no I in Claire. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Jultje Holla, or Yule, as they used to call me when I lived in Scotland. I now live in the Netherlands, which is where I'm from. I work with people with disabilities to find how we can organise their best lives. And it's obviously up to them what that means. Why do I do that is because I think it's important that everybody gets a chance to contribute to the community, and I think everybody has a contribution to make. So I think it's important that we all get to make our contributions, and we get to show our gifts and talents. We get to make friends and meet people according to our passions and interests. And I am setting up an organization called Gewoon Leven, which means our normal life, but it also means I want to live instead of just existing. And you can find us at www.gewoonleven.nl, which is very hard. I hope they write it.
Yeah, I will write it. Thank you so much, Yul. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Radical Visions for Social Care podcast, and we hope you enjoyed hearing from some of the people we met in Spain. Don't forget to check out our website, radicalvisions.co.uk/podcast, where you can explore all our other episodes and read blogs about each episode. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Radical Visions, and you can email us via info@radicalvisions.com. Tune in next month for more, but in the meantime, here are some more of the sights and sounds that we enjoyed as part of the AIREA.
Union.